Sally, Global Class Kids. How are you today? What sounds do you hear at night when you're laying in bed? When someone calls you, do you go swiftly, slowly, or not at all? Sometimes when you're not being a good listener, you may hear someone say, "Put your listening ears on." It may be the other way around when you're trying to hear something and you have to wear headphones to block out the sound so you can hear what you're watching. That's kind of what we should do if we want to hear God when He's speaking to us. Today, we're going to hear about a boy who heard something very unusual when he was in bed. You can read about him in 1 Samuel chapter 3. Samuel yawned, a big yawn, and stretched his arms out. It was his bedtime, and he was very sleepy, so he lay down and closed his eyes. Then something strange happened. As he started to drift off to sleep, he heard someone calling him, "Samuel, Samuel." He sat straight up in his bed. "Eli must be calling me," he said. He ran to him saying, "Here I am, you called me?" Eli was surprised. "I did not call you," he said. "Go back to bed." So he did. This just didn't happen one time, not even two, but 3 times before Eli realized that it was God Himself calling Samuel. He told him, "When you hear that voice again, say, 'Speak, Lord, your servant is listening.'" Samuel went to bed once again and lay down. Believe it or not, soon Samuel heard that voice again, calling, "Samuel, Samuel." Samuel said, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." And God talked to him. In fact, God talked to him a lot after that, but he had to learn to listen for God's voice first. It's the same in our lives. If we want God to speak to us, we have to listen to Him. We may not hear His voice as Samuel did, but we'll hear Him speaking in our minds and in our hearts. What do you think are some ways that we can listen for God's voice? You can read the Bible, pray, and even pay attention in church. God can speak to us in all those ways. Reading the Bible, praying, and paying attention in church is like canceling the noise around us and putting on our headphones to listen to God. Some people think that God only calls and talks to grown-ups, but that's not true. Samuel was actually a young boy when God called him. So don't let that hinder you. This is Sister Nike, your virtual global classroom teacher, reminding you to listen for God's call and answer, "Here I am, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." I can't wait to see you next week. I love you. Bye.